Stunt cycling pushes limits. It's not just about adrenaline, it's about skill, precision, and survival. But too many new and even experienced riders make dangerous mistakes that could end their stunt career before it even begins. In this video, we're breaking down 11 fatal mistakes to avoid in stunt cycling. These aren't just minor slip-ups. We're talking about things that can lead to serious injuries or stop your progress dead in its tracks. Whether you're hitting ramps for the first time or trying to land your next big trick, these tips could save your body and your bike. Let's jump in. 1. Skipping safety gear. One of the most reckless decisions a stunt cyclist can make is skipping safety gear. You might feel like helmets, gloves, knee and elbow pads are uncomfortable or uncool, but nothing is cooler than walking away from a bad crash with nothing but a bruise. Your head, your joints, and your hands are your most vulnerable areas, and they're the first things to hit the ground when things go wrong. A certified helmet alone can be the difference between a minor concussion and a life-changing injury. Gloves help prevent road rash and give you better grip, especially during tricks. It's simple. If you plan to crash, and trust me, you will, then gear up like your life depends on it, because one day, it just might. 2. Learning tricks out of order. Stunt cycling has a natural learning curve, and ignoring that progression is a major mistake. Too many riders jump straight to flashy tricks, tail whips, bar spins, or even flips, before they've locked in the basics. But here's the thing. Every high-level trick is built on foundational skills. If you can't manual, bunny hop, or ride fakie with control, you're setting yourself up for disaster when you try something more complex. It's like building a house without a foundation. You might get away with it once or twice, but sooner or later, everything collapses. Start slow, master each move, and stack your skills step by step. That's how the pros do it. And it's how you stay injury-free while still progressing fast. 3. Ignoring bike maintenance. Let's talk about your bike. You could be the most skilled rider in the world, but if your chain snaps mid-air or your bars slip while landing, all that skill goes out the window. Basic maintenance is often overlooked, but it's absolutely critical in stunt riding. Before every session, you should be checking tire pressure, tightening bolts, inspecting your chain, and making sure your brakes work properly if you're using them. Neglecting your bike means you're not just risking mechanical failure, you're risking serious injury. It takes 5 minutes to do a once-over before a ride. That small habit could prevent a broken collarbone or a ride-ending fall. Respect your equipment, and it'll keep you safe. 4. Practicing in unsafe spots. Not all practice spots are created equal. One of the biggest and most dangerous mistakes riders make is attempting stunts in areas that aren't built for them. Trying to learn tricks in traffic, on uneven pavement, near glass or gravel, or around pedestrians is a recipe for injury or worse. You need space to fail safely, and places like skate parks, dirt jump tracks, or even a flat, empty parking lot are ideal for that. These spots give you predictable surfaces and more room to maneuver, making them far safer than sidewalks or alleyways. Don't risk your life, or someone else's, just because a curb looks tempting. Find the right place to ride and commit to training smart. 5. Overestimating your skill. Confidence is key in stunt cycling, but there's a fine line between being bold and being foolish. Overestimating your skill can get you hurt faster than any failed trick. Maybe you just landed your first 180 and suddenly you're thinking about backflips off a dirt ramp. It's great to push yourself, but trying tricks you're not ready for, mentally or physically, is dangerous. A lot of serious injuries happen when riders go for big air without learning to bail properly or understanding the consequences. Always assess your limits, honestly. Progress is a ladder, not a leap. You'll get to the crazy tricks one day, but if you jump ahead too fast, you might not get there at all. 6. Riding without spotters or friends. Stunt riding can feel like a solo mission, but it's much safer and more productive when you have someone else there. Riding alone means that if you crash hard, there's no one to help, no one to call for help, spot you during risky tricks, or even notice you've gone down. Having a riding buddy isn't just about safety, it's also about feedback, encouragement, and accountability. They can film your run, give pointers, or stop you when you're getting reckless. Especially when you're practicing new or risky tricks. Someone watching from the side might see something you missed. Don't go it alone. The best stunts are pulled off with someone watching your back. 7th, bad landing technique. Landing is where most injuries happen, and poor technique is usually the cause. You can execute the trick perfectly, but if you land stiff-legged, too far forward, or off balance, it's game over. The golden rule of landing is absorption. Your knees and elbows should be slightly bent, ready to absorb impact. Your weight should be centered, not too far forward or back, and you should be ready to roll out or hop off if needed. Good landing technique is about control, not just sticking the wheels. Practice landing just as much as you practice takeoffs. It's the difference between riding out clean or limping off the course. 8. Ignoring fear and gut instinct. Fear gets a bad rep in stunt cycling, but it's actually one of your best tools. If you know how to use it, a little fear means your brain is alert and aware of the risks. Ignoring it completely is when bad things happen. If your gut is telling you something feels wrong, don't just shake it off. Maybe the ramp is slippery. Maybe your foot feels weird on the pedal. Maybe your focus is off. Pros know how to listen to their bodies, and if something feels off, they take a step back and reassess. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. Learn to tell the difference between fear you need to overcome and instincts that are trying to protect you. 9. Copying pros without context. Watching your favorite pro riders on Instagram or YouTube can be inspiring, but blindly copying them is one of the fastest ways to get injured. What you don't see in those clips are the safety measures, the foam pits they practiced in, the months of repetition, the custom setups, and the spotters standing just out of frame. These riders have spent years mastering technique before doing something that looks effortless. Trying to replicate a triple whip you saw on TikTok after 1 week of riding isn't just unrealistic, it's dangerous. Learn from the pros, but apply their knowledge gradually. Your journey is your own, and trying to skip steps will only set you back further. 10. Not warming up. Your muscles aren't ready to perform stunts the moment you get on the bike. Skipping warm-ups can lead to pulled muscles, stiff reactions, and slower reflexes, all of which increase the risk of crashing. Just like any athlete, a stunt cyclist needs to warm up the body, light pedaling, a few bunny hops, dynamic stretches for your legs, arms, and shoulders. Get your blood moving and your mind focused. It also gives you a chance to get a feel for your bike that day. Is the tire pressure off? Is the brake lever loose? Is your chain slipping? Warm-ups protect your body and prep your mind. Don't roll cold into a hot trick. 11th, not reviewing your fails. The final mistake is a silent killer, not reviewing your failures. Every crash, slip, or sketchy landing's packed with lessons. If you're willing to study them, record your sessions, watch the footage, ask, did I pop too early? Was my timing off? Did I commit halfway? The best riders in the world are obsessed with feedback. They look at what went wrong and fix it, one detail at a time. If you're not learning from your mistakes, you're just repeating them. And in stunt cycling, repeating the same mistake is how injuries stack up. Crash smart, crash with intention, and come back better every time. End screen. Stunt cycling isn't